are live! I had to run the stream tonight because Connor's computer decided to royally fuck itself and its capture card.
Happy birthday to you.
Hi, Basement. Quick shout out to the chat. We got Alpha, Jurgen, and Kratos in there, as well as Canadian Basement. It's just me playing because, again, Connor's having trouble with his capture card.
Stupid capture card. Oh, Heather, can they see us on camera or is it just a game stream?
It's just a game stream.
Cool. So I'm going to show Heather something that I got for, hold on, let me see if I can get the setup right. Yeah, it's a surprise for D&D.
That explains the hangover.
Let's stay camera. I am not having a good tech night.
Apparently not.
This is the last pick.
Yeah, so we'll get there. My capture card decided to shit the bed on me, so not having great luck with that. But oh yeah, so Heather, this is what I was going to try to show you.
Basement. Why am I not surprised?
What?
You're Black Spider-Man?
Well, I don't see color.
There's really no way else to go about it.
Oh, that's so cool.
That is a zip
Yeah.
line. Oh.
It actually, it only does the eyes like that, where there's like a little button right here.
Uh-huh.
You can like really squint. Yeah, figured to try this out for D&D night.
Sure.
They figured it's the closest. Ow! It's the closest closest thing to what I look like on the what the character looks like. What's up, everybody?
God, how am I gonna dress up like my character?
I know, challenge accepted, huh? Yeah, so my capture card, so I recently tried to, of course, reorganize and declutter and actually make my area look like nice and presentable. I got this like USB adapter too that has like 10 USB plugs in one. In the process of rearranging everything, my capture card just does not want to work now. So, truth be told, it's an old, like, kind of not best quality one. So, yeah, not too surprised. I think I got it off a TikTok shop that I think about it.
Probably, yeah.
I'm not your fucking mother.
So, bottom line is, I'd be taking a break from HCGMO this week.
Who are actually hurt.
Hey, you can still play it. Can't you play this game still? Like multiplayer?
I can't see shit.
If you don't go through a capture card?
Because he doesn't have it hooked up to a monitor or a TV.
Correct.
It's hooked up directly to
What?
his computer.
You play through OBS?
Yeah.
Good, yeah. That might explain a lot with you.
What?
I was waiting for it.
What? It makes it wait.
Libertad needs the legends on our side, heroes to believe in.
To fight another Castillo?
To fight another Castillo?
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, this is Far Cry 6. It is currently free on PlayStation. The Goose. So yeah, playing this to celebrate my birthday, which is in half an hour.
It's half an hour in your time.
Yeah.
So soon. You're already older for us.
Yeah.
We can
Already
see the
39.
future.
There's a game you guys show. I don't know if it's actually on PS4 now. Fuck. God damn it, Connor.
What the what? What did I do?
You know what you did.
What did I do? What the
Una
fuck?
nueva operación.
Oh, wow. Well, this guy's
Hey,
got
well,
great tits.
that's the true human physique right there. If you the peak of male physique right there.
Ric Flair body.
Anton got obsessed with the cancer drugs and making Vivir.
Finding medical supplies for Lucky's clinic has been impossible. So I bribed a pilot to fly some in.
You better take your medicine.
Was his name Bane? I have a feeling you worked with Bane for some reason.
Everybody's friends. Perfect plan, right?
I wonder why they would shoot a man before tossing him out of a plane.
For you.
Right.
Get those supplies before someone else does, baby.
It's bad news for you.
Oh, God.
Remember the Trickeria Principal. Always
Why does
be
his
moving.
skin look like
Always be on guard.
barbecue pork?
Always kill your enemy before they kill you.
Well, no,
If they-
I need to kill them before
On
they
my way.
kill me. That's kind of how things work.
Why do you have a bunch of tubes on your back?
Tubular.
These are grenade launchers, essentially, or rocket launchers on my back.
Why do you need so
I
many?
did the first three.
Oh.
I went to the village, you know, the one with all the old timers.
What in the village, man?
Yeah.
We euthanize them all.
There's a, I don't
Range
know if
up
it's,
with screams.
it might be for PS4 as well, but I have to take a look at it. It's like a Mario Party type game without the game board, but it's like I think it's without the game board. Actually, I don't know, but it's with the rabbits. Fucking
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
it's a rabbit party game that I saw. That's
I've
free.
actually heard those games are really fun.
It's free, and it's
Not too
multiplayer. At some
That's
point in
fine.
time, we could try that out if it's available for PS4.
Well, when this
If
is
not,
over,
well then you're gonna have the most expensive rabbit game you've ever bought.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
Let's go with the cantina.
You know, Kratos, they said that Giancarlo Esposito's performance in this is really good. I
Oh
actually
my
think
God.
Far Cry is one of the only franchise that solidified itself as like
I just hope
people are playing to see the next villain.
Pretty much, yeah.
Since they had that one guy that was also in Better Call Saul, not Breaking Bad.
He's
You know what the
He's-
definition of madness?
he's just too good. He's too good at that role. It's like, all right, we're gonna, we need a bad guy. Marvel, done. Baker Bad, done. Far
The
Cry
other guy
6,
is really good too, man. I'm surprised he was in. I think
what was it? The Boys. Like, come on.
no, the other he's a Spanish actor too, but he was in. I think he was in like the Spider-Man movie with Michael Keaton. He was like one of the. He was an inmate
Oh,
in prison
yes,
when he walked
yes,
by and fucking.
yes.
He was like one of the bad
Scorpion.
guys, but he's what a waste. Honestly, what a fucking waste. The guy
I
is like
know.
a pretty damn good actor. He was great in Better Call Saul, and he was great as Vaz, not Vase, in Far Cry 3. I want to say, which I think is the only other Far Cry. That's the only Far Cry I played.
The only way to do a zip line is with a gun.
Yeah.
Shoot the dog.
I can't shoot the dog. It's friendly. I can pet the
Don't
puppy.
shoot the dog.
I can pet the puppy.
Rocket launch the dog.
You can't, unfortunately.
Remember how a couple weeks ago you're like, you guys are all evil and I'm
distinguishes between
innocent.
friendly and not, so.
Rocket launch yourself
For the record.
I've tried.
off the cliff.
I've tried. It don't work.
Oh, we discovered sentient life in video games. What's the first thing we should do? Rocket launch yourself off the cliff.
You know you do some crazy shit if you could be in like Jumanji. the
Oh
video
god,
game.
yeah, are you kidding?
Alright, we did a private study with each of you. We gave you guys sentience inside a video game. The one who nicknamed himself Canadian Basement, he apparently killed himself. I don't even know how he did this. 153 times in a 3-minute span. I'm genuinely curious how you were able to pull some of this off. Because the respawn time alone is like at least 3 seconds.
You know what? If this was a thing and everybody could go in a video game and be like themselves in a real environment, and if it's like fucking Jumanji, how much you want to bet the majority of people, like 99%, are gonna do something horribly illegal
You know what
immediately,
I was gonna say,
like mass
goodbye,
murder?
Goodbye
immediate-
fast food places. I'm just saying
Shoot
that
the
right
horse.
now. Now that I can get behind.
Can't shoot the horse.
Why not?
Easy now, easy.
Easy now, easy.
Death, much like life, finds a way.
God.
Oh, this is good.
Fucking- Good thing you haven't been drinking.
If I wasn't
I
high.
have been drinking actually.
Well, I have been driving.
So Heather, you're 23 years old. How does it feel?
Mhm,
Oh, God,
Finally of
no.
age.
Yeah.
Finally
How
old
is this
enough
horse
to ride a
doing
horse. It's an off-road horse.
It is apparently.
It's
I
a goat.
mean,
Go.
It's a goat.
how
Is that
did
really
it
like an
go?
off-road horse?
Ooh, there's a car. Hold on.
What's up, Neos? Neos says he's. I'm assuming that he's watching over mobile. I don't know. Or he's turning into a robot.
Possible. I don't know.
It says there's a vehicle here. Where the fuck is it?
I can't wait for No Bucks Given because I'm sure that's probably where we're most likely going to be discussing about the Raw on Netflix. From the Roda Records.
The records. Oh, go on, puppy.
Produce it. The impression.
The music I listen to when I get in my car.
There's one time I went to a friend's wedding, and the missus was the bridesmaid, and we were bringing her and take him out. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
no,
Go.
that's one of my guys.
What happened to killing the horse?
Great job. No, none of us are younger than you except for me. I'm 8.
Sure.
He says he's 8, but he drinks like he's 10. There we go. That's
God.
that's
You
better.
can't kill the dog, but you can fucking
Yeah.
obliterate the fucking
Technically, this is
Forward.
random
manslaughter.
Mexican man.
Technically, it's manslaughter. He jumped in the way of the car. Anywho, oh, beautiful flowers. Where's the horse?
That was a tree.
This fucking music.
Oh,
I'm
God.
gonna,
Oh,
I'm gonna
God.
throw up. No joke.
Yeah.
It's a little too immersive. Not the mask, not the mask.
Oh, my God. Camera. Focus.
Oh, boy. Oh, shit. Here we go. That was just a mom. That's fine.
No, actually, that was a soldier.
Yeah, it was.
El tigre. I'm at Basilica de la Virgen.
Yes, Heather's
What do you get?
23,
Why is it closed
Kratos.
Yep.
I am not. I am 39. What are you doing? I'm going forward, not backwards.
How
I
was
just killed 2 people.
that? En serio?
What is your
With a
problem?
car.
The damn door. Damn it. There we go.
Oh,
Headshot.
you got like fucking vision through cars.
Is it the ship of Theseus?
This is gonna
Yeah, that hit Oh, so same was.
repair.
Yep, that's how you do it.
What, you?
You should
Yeah, I
open a
did.
mechanic shop.
It worked.
I thought about it. I was taking the missus and a fellow bridesmaid who is, I believe, Colombian, and we were cutting through. The wedding was in New Hampshire, and we were in some really weird parts of New Hampshire where we started seeing like farmland and like
Right.
farm stock. Which, if you know New Hampshire, it's not in the area we were in. It's very like abnormal. It's like that's weird. So I saw a donkey. I'm like, my wife said, "Where the hell are you taking us?" I mean, I'm just driving to the venue, and then I saw a donkey. I'm like, "Oh, es burro!" And she goes, "You have a pretty good accent for a white guy." Took her out. Ooh. So yeah, well, I dated a Colombian for like 4 years. God damn it!
What the hell?
You dated a Colombian for 4 years?
Yeah, we
Was
actually
it horrible?
no. I'll if I'm giving the mature answer, the grown up answer,
You can see shit.
good luck. You got this, Heather. I believe in you. Birthday power. I think we were both a little too immature for each other, and we just didn't know how to handle certain things the right way. And honestly, things were great up until the end because her anger was,
You know, I've heard this. Actually, I've seen this.
I just saw that too.
It's that it's like we're fiery because we're Spanish. It's like no, you're just fucking idiots.
No, honestly,
Sorry, like you can't use this like fucking. Oh, it's where I'm from, therefore I can be a piece of shit.
well, no. I was gonna say it was honestly it wasn't too bad. It's just that at certain moments of escalation, it did. It turned into a Mike Tyson
I think you
victim.
might need a nap, big guy.
God damn.
That wasn't that bad. It wasn't like I was hospitalized. Much.
Go to the hospital. Are you dating a Colombian? Go on this line. They know immediately.
No,
Bruises on your face.
the honest to God, like the family was great. Even we had our differences. We actually ended up. She had stuff of mine like years later that she like hit me up on Facebook and was like, "Hey, I still have some of your stuff," and we just had a cup of coffee and reconnected. And oh my God, horse! Yes!
Thought you couldn't kill the horses. Lies.
The horses the enemies are on, I can kill, but when they're in my encampment, I cannot.
Smashed my hooves all through this country.
Those enemy horses.
But
I'm not even touching the gas pedal anymore.
take him out. Yep. Fucking horse hooves like I'm really.
Get out of the car! Jesus. Alright,
You
this seems to
monster.
be
Yeah,
the
yeah.
screen capture.
Oh my God.
It looks like he's mounting the horse with the car.
I'm stuck, step bro. You might wonder how I got here. Wait, look at the other one to the right.
That
There's
one?
another horse.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought his head was the tire.
I'm dead. I'm completely 20% dead. That was bad.
It's the two hooves above the
Hey, now.
hanging above the car.
It's so cartoonish and over the top. It's just.
Hey, it's still alive. It's still alive.
Whoa, wait a minute.
It's coming back to life.
No.
Oh, look at his
There's
legs.
another horse.
My legs, bro.
It's still alive. It's still
My
alive.
legs, bro. It's still alive, I'm telling you. It wants to gallop again.
Wait, go back. I need to see. What the fuck is it? Are you kidding me or is it a horse?
It's trying to live.
You want,
When horse fucks car.
if you want real horsepower engine, try the
Oh my
Ford
God.
F-
You ever run over a horse going down the Mexican side road?
Oh my God, that was fucking great. Kratos, you are right 100%. That does put a new meaning into missionary.
Oh my God.
Oh, God.
That was. I just woke up my family from laughing so fucking hard. Oh my God.
It's horse
This
with a
looks like the
vengeance.
drop. What a mess.
Nay.
How am I gonna get this?
You should fly the helicopter.
I
This is
can't.
a Wi-Fi
Or it
helicopter.
could just go black screen. That works too.
This is too easy.
Cutscene.
Que volar.
Oh. Meanwhile, the horse in the background fucking getting grinded.
And the leste is our land.
This is too
Our
much.
land, our medicine. You practice that little speech?
Oh,
Yeah.
these people don't
This
seem
is
real.
property of Libertad.
This Libertard? Sorry.
Our head. We should be fighting Castillo. I'm Honduras, second in command.
I thought it was a grenade.
My name is John Ron.
I thought the flash meant it went off.
Tres, cuatro.
Ooh,
Nice
shite.
bro. Name's Danny.
She
Danny Rojas.
threw like a girl
Uh-huh.
underhand.
Company! Over there! By the chopper!
Batter up.
Oh,
My name is
God
John
damn it.
Ron.
Don't worry, we have the horses for backup.
The cavalry's coming in.
He goes, don't worry, if we need to, we have horses, we could always escape. What's that into your car? Nothing. Enemies. Oh shit, this stomach's hurting me.
Use John Ron as a fucking shield. What in the fuck was that?
Get out of the fire. That was the rocket launchers on my back.
Or stop at 9,000.
The rocket launchers on my back. How can you even tell if they're bad?
They have the orange outline.
They're shooting. Big part.
No, they seem pretty friendly to me.
Copy.
I think you might need some cover.
That's the problem. There's not much here.
Oh, that killed everybody.
You need the horse?
Oh god, they got apes now.
What in the fucking Christ?
I love how pulling a bullet out with pliers is considered destroying an arm.
Oh my god!
Your gun is covered in your own blood.
And I think a mixture of rocket fuel and feces after that last attack.
Considering I've gotten mostly headshots tonight, I'm doing pretty good, I think.
This game looks awesome. I play this.
Oh god, yes. You can.
Oh,
It's free.
I saw that 2K25 will be on PS4. Thank God.
I don't
for
know
how much
why
longer,
they
though.
keep this prolonging the inevitable. I wonder how to play.
Yeah, me too. Well, still aiming to get the PS5 and PS5 version of it. Probably next.
You son of a bitch.
Well, hey, now that they're more available.
You
There you go.
cunt.
So now that they're more available, I mean,
They've been available, man. They've been
I
available.
also been broke. Family of 4.
Oh,
Just gotta steal.
Gentle. Huge mistake.
That's what you do. You
Oh,
buy a
God,
PS5
helicopter.
from Walmart,
No.
and you take the box back in, but you put the PS4 in it, and you're like, "What the fuck is this? I bought a PS5, and there was a PS4 inside."
Where's the-
Genius. Yes.
What? I didn't see that coming. You put PS4 and then you just put a +1 piece of paper.
They just paint it white.
Yeah.
Someone playing a cruel
Or-
joke on me. This Walmart's version of a cruel joke.
Someone did that where they taped together a PS3 and a PS2 together.
Can't see it.
Almost got away with it too.
Almost
basically.
plays all the games that came with PS5.
Did you get a chance to watch any of the Raw from Monday?
I have seen almost all of it except for the last match.
Now, question: did you watch it through Netflix?
I did.
Okay. Did you have commercials?
I did not.
You.
But I had
son
WWE's version of commercials. So instead of
Yeah.
actual like
with the
commercials,
shopping.
I think you guys didn't get to see like they had like interviews with Rhea Ripley and stuff that they
Yeah.
did in the crowd. That I think was your commercial time, or it would show like a promo package for the match coming up or something.
Yeah. I'm curious because apparently they were saying that anybody who was outside of the U.S. who watched Raw didn't have commercials outside of like the self-contained WWE ones for like.
Yeah, I did. I
like,
did not.
Merch, PLEs, future shows, etc.
Yeah, I didn't have any commercials, and it's weird too because I have the Netflix that's cheap enough where you should have commercials.
Right.
That'll change things. The commercials actually weren't too bad. It felt like a regular Raw.
Yeah.
But I don't know about
But
you guys.
the 3 hours for this went so much faster.
Yeah, it was a lot smoother, except oh my god, that Hulk Hogan segment.
Oh,
Oh
God.
my god, that Hulk Hogan segment.
I mean, what did they think? Okay, so for me, this is like they went one step too far with the like nostalgia, and Hogan no longer. He's had too much exposure in like problematic things that would be deemed problematic, so you're gonna get hate for him. for being part of like the Trump administration shit.
In LA.
You're gonna get hate from him for his past racisms.
I was about to say, on top of that too, I think the last like couple of years, specifically the last like 2 or 3 years, Hogan's been called out a lot on some of the bullshit he said in interviews. And mind you, it's not like important bullshit. It's just random. It's something like, oh, he's claimed. You know what? I'm gonna fucking find the list right now because it's kind of crazy. Things Hogan has lied about.
I think it's a couple different reasons why people boo him. But I also don't think like Hogan is not looked at favorable anymore for very many people. So
yeah,
and it hasn't been like that exactly, not for a long time. And he's out there, and it's the worst thing, like, because he came out to like they trotted his ass out to fucking promote his own beer line that nobody's drinking, that nobody cares about, and it was all on the premise of like the fans lift me up while the fans are shitting down his mouth.
So listen, I found this post on Reddit. This is from a year ago. It says these are only a few of the lies Hulk Hogan has claimed to be true. And here we go. And I can't believe the first one's just great. It says he wrestled 400 days in 1 year. It says since he traveled so much between Japan and USA, the time difference added it up and made it possible. So we're off to a great start.
But I mean, it's just one of these things where like, it's just a wrestler, like, you know, fucking saying stupid character.
I almost wrestled on the moon once. Sure, Grandpa. Like, I think that's what it is.
Time for bed.
He was supposed to be the representative sponsor of a series of grills that were going for sale, but he missed the call, and it was George Foreman who they called that they got a hold of.
So, 1 second here. Gorilla Strong's in the chat. He said Taker had Trump on his podcast right before the election. He didn't get booed. Correct. The difference is you had to seek that fucking thing out.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan was at every fucking thing he did in a public eye, and he also was like, I don't know, I can remember he said like something about Kamala Harris. It's like, should I body slam Kamala Harris? Yeah. And he was like front and center for people that don't know, first of all, much about wrestling. So any casual fan probably doesn't like him that was at that Netflix thing. And I can almost guarantee you had a lot of people in media there because it's super expensive and it's Netflix.
Yep.
So, you know, you got a lot of left-leaning people anyway. It's not just that, though. I don't think he would have gotten cheers even if he had nothing to do with Donald Trump.
I think this was a very like, because his company is now going to be a sponsor, so it's going to be one of those things. All right, let's just get him out there. This could have been a backstage segment, just for the record. This should have been a backstage segment,
or a commercial even.
Yeah, this is one of those things where you don't need to come out on the stage and.
Poor Jimmy Hart, bless his heart. I felt so bad for him more than anybody else. He's just up there waving that flag, like, you know what? Go get him, Jimmy. Like, you must feel like absolute dog shit right now, but man, you tried.
Yeah, honestly.
Poor Jimmy Hart waving that flag around like you just don't care. But here's some more fun ones. Kratos says his beer is shit.
You know what? I've never liked Hulk Hogan when I was younger. It was a bit before my time. I actually disliked him a lot because I thought he was so fucking boring in ring. When other wrestlers had like taken that step to get a bit faster and a bit more fluid. But I have to, like, I can't sit here and like just fucking shit all over the guy. He's a cornerstone of wrestling.
Yeah,
no matter if he's a shithead or not, you know.
I'm in the same boat with you on that one, and honestly, that's kind of exactly how I also feel about Flair. I was actually thinking about that today.
Yeah.
Flair has really tarnished his legacy with not walking away.
No shit.
They all have, really.
Yeah,
even fucking Undertaker, like that was.
Hey, Taker's done a lot.
Real cheap pop there, but
yeah, but Taker stayed more in his lane than the others.
He retired too many times, but other than that, he didn't like tarnish his legacy with like he tarnished his legacy a bit with in-ring work because he was too old to do it. But other than that, like he didn't fucking do some stupid shit. There's no like bad things coming out about him.
He's even admitted that like he's like, oh man, you know, I don't like the idea of coming back and forth. So that's why it's like boneyard match done. And you know, even he was like kind of hesitant about like going back and forth with this. But here's some more fun Hogan lies. And there's a couple of them that are really fun. He was supposed to be I mentioned that one. He was supposed to play and even got approached to play bass for Metallica and the Rolling Stones. The bands have refuted this so many times. The wrestler director.
It's so weird because he's like he's a like it's sad to say, but he's Hulk Hogan's biggest fan.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like
that is a. All right, sure. Let's just kill those kids. Yeah, I know he is his.
that was a school.
Was keyword. The wrestler director Darren Aronofsky offered the.
How are you carrying around fucking canisters of
Don't
gasoline on
know.
you?
You just do. It's a different time. It's a far cry from what it used to be. I said the thing! The wrestler director Darren Aronofsky offered the lead role multiple times, but Hogan said he turned it down as he didn't deserve it. Said Hogan, and then of course the director said that as Hogan was never even once considered for the role.
I can tell you right now, Hogan has never turned down something he didn't deserve. He doesn't. He seems like the guy that will take credit for fucking anything and everything under the sun.
Mania, brother. Oh, here's a funny one. Was scouted out of high school that he was scouted by the Yankees and the Cincinnati Reds, who Macho Man actually played for amateurly for, out of high school, but an injury prevented that. Claims that he fought Pride fighters in the 70s, except Pride fighting wasn't founded until 1997. Says that he was the first one to slam Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3. And that the Giant
that's what they
weighed
sold it as.
and that the Giant weighed 600 pounds, and Andre would pass away a few days after said slam, which in turn tore 18 muscles in his back. Andre has been slammed before. He wasn't near 600 pounds, and Andre would live for years, not days. So I've heard this too, where basically Hogan says like, I was the first one to slam Andre the Giant. No, he fucking wasn't. In fact, he wasn't.
But honestly, I think with all this fucking thing with him, it's just like, this is my character. He's like, he lives and breathes that character. No matter how shitty it is. It's like, you know, and nothing. I don't think they can really believe anything that really comes out of his mouth. So,
seriously.
whatever.
This one I've heard before, where he's like, oh, I'm the first one to slam Andre at WrestleMania 3. Not only is that not true, fucking Hogan has body slammed Andre the Giant before. Like, he fucking, 600
Welcome
pounds.
to the Silver Dome, motherfucker.
Yeah. Here's my favorite. Party with John Belushi after WrestleMania 2 in 1986. Except Belushi passed away in 1982. Wonder how that happened. Keeping up with lying about death, possibly the next one. Claims he was touched by a Make-A-Wish kid so much, he personally invited the kid to come see him at SummerSlam 92. When he went out, the seat was empty, and Hogan knew he was gone. Touched by the Hulkster, he recorded a song about him, including the line, I guess there'll be an empty seat when I wrestle at Wembley. The problem? He wasn't on the card for Wembley and never wrestled in Wembley until later for WCW. What the fuck? I've heard that one too. Claims Mike Tyson was too scared to work with him in WCW and had to cancel a program with him in WWF when Tyson lost a boxing match. Sure. Was supposed to be part of this young, brand new company back in the day when it launched called UFC. That's her shit. Says Elvis was a Hulkamaniac. Elvis, while a known wrestling fan, was long gone before Hulk Hogan even fucking existed.
Hogan was the first man that landed on the moon.
Yeah.
He was actually the first human being to ever exist, if you didn't know. At first there was Hogan, then there was life.
Yeah, basically. Says Harley Race came to the arena with a gun and then set the ring on fire and asked Hogan for a job. What? I am not a steroid abuser and I do not use steroids. Hogan claimed that he and Antonio Inoki had a match in Japan. Hogan beat him up so badly he died, but he got brought back to life via CPR after the match. But Hulk couldn't work in Japan for a while after that because the fucking Yakuza were after him. Almost got Undertaker blacklisted, claiming the tombstone that he broke Hogan's neck.
Is this Hulk Hogan or Alex Jones?
Could be any of them.
I've actually heard about this, where basically Hogan he sold the neck injury to Taker, like he made it look like it was a shoot, and Taker almost fucking killed him. Got Taker blacklisted, claiming the tombstone he broke Hogan's neck. He was laying on Vince's office floor, really milking it, and jeopardizing a young rookie Taker's career. The replay shows Hogan's head nowhere near making contact, but then he claims, oh, he had such a tight grip on me that I pulled my neck rather than the impact, brother. Oh my god, Jesus Christ.
It's so crazy because I didn't know none of this about Hogan being like
I knew a couple of these.
A super liar. I don't even know. Again, I'm never gonna. I want to take it with a grain of salt because I don't know, truth or not.
Right.
But as to why Hogan got booed, it's a multitude of things.
I look at the chat. Fucking gorillas like Hulk Hogan invented masturbation. Honestly, that's kind of where it's at. Where it's like, you know, first you gotta grab it, brother.
You gotta grab your little Hulkamaniac.
Kratos said the Montreal Screwjob happened at WrestleMania 17, which was 4 years after this. Yeah, that's true too. That's
They're
true,
shooting you in
Gorilla.
the face.
He said Andre chose who slammed him. No fucking shit.
I think you shot that man right in the back of the head.
But anyway, back to what we
Ran over a cow.
Oh, bye.
got milk.
Oh, yes,
We were talking about the Raw on Netflix. That's how we got here. I love the production value of the show. Production value looked fucking amazing.
They obviously put a good deal of money into it. I don't know when we want to get into it. I do have a couple questions about some of the decisions they made.
Mm-hmm. I'm curious how long we're going to talk about wrestling show makes Drew from this slumber.
I don't know if we should talk about it here or somewhere else.
I don't want to talk about it here.
Fuck, we can repeat ourselves.
Yeah, I know.
We do that.
So, okay, well, we're going to have a whole nother person talking about it because JP will go on forever. I know he will.
Right, so this is a chance to get the, you know.
So, but so I guess like my immediate thing with it was, like the vibe, like the presentation, enjoyed like the changes they made aesthetically weren't too vast, and I think it's kind of a bit fresher. The mat, yes, it's black and it has a bunch of it just looks like a UFC mat.
It does, and actually,
To me,
I don't
which isn't
mind
bad.
it, actually.
Which isn't bad.
I think we said the same thing about the LED boards or like the advertisement matches, where it's like one of those things where it's like, oh, that's weird, and you kind of gotta get used to it. But honestly, after like 5 minutes, it just blends in.
Yeah.
It's like how there is right now while everyone's shooting at her.
She just drove a fucking SUV into enemy
Man, we
territory.
just want you to pay the 25-cent toll.
But yeah, the overall the presentation and the look of it, it's good, top notch. They really did a good job. One thing I will say is, I think a lot of so I saw a lot of people like discussing this online, and it's a bit divisive for fucking alarm for how it's being received. But I also have to think like, okay, what you have to think about before we move on with that Raw Netflix, they have to cater to such a wide fan base all at once.
Yes.
Because it's the first stage on like a world audience, right? Global audience on Netflix. So they want to cater to the people that might be watching that haven't watched in a while, the people that are active now. They want like people all over the world that really don't watch anything live or anything like that. Like, you know, there's a bunch of different factors that they had to take into account.
You're spinning a lot of plates. Which
so when it started, and it was the only thing I'll say that I don't like. I don't know what they're doing with The Rock.
I love how Heather's blowtorch the Jeep fixed it and it popped up on its wheels. But good.
I don't think what we all think is gonna happen is happening unless they're doing the slow burn to Mania, which would be so dumb.
It's okay. So originally, I'm like, okay, so The Rock is coming out to start the show. He's a big star. A lot of people fucking love him, and he's a face that everybody will know from the past, and he's still somewhat active today. So I'm like, okay, I get it. And then he points to the fucking world champion who's just sitting in the crowd. And I'm like, that's not the greatest look for the world champion being ringside to the start of Netflix show.
What was that? What did you hit?
a child.
What?
I had a dog. It was running down the middle of the street and then just turned right in front of me.
Yeah, well, if he turned, then he fucking deserved it. Hey, listen, sometimes, you know, natural law. Death finds a way. So, yeah, Hogan claims fans forgave Benoit for doing sure. Sure we did. Yep, absolutely. Nailed it. I have an idea of where the Rock thing does. You're not alone. It is confusing because I literally yelled at my TV. I'm like, "Will you fucking kiss already?"
The problem is
Um,
The Rock just came out to be The Rock, to be a hype man, when he's somewhat actively involved in a storyline that somewhat works against the shit he was saying.
Yes.
So I'm like,
yeah, like
I don't necessarily love that.
if you take away the Cody interaction during his opening promo, right? Fine, whatever, fine. It's fine what it is. But you're right. The Cody thing was also another big part of it, where it's
Like he
like,
was beating his ass and fucking cocking his Mama Rose. The problem with me
hey,
is
we started with my blood's on your chest. That was fun. It was shit, honey. You gave me a heart attack.
the problem is like
There we go. That's better.
we all know it's fake, but that was like a blatant disregard of kayfabe
Yeah, I mean,
that I
unless
wasn't a
unless
huge fan
he's,
of.
unless he's just over it all, and we're like, all right, we're gonna move on to this. Because my suspicion is that I still think they're gonna do Rock and Roman at Mania this year, and I think that's Rock's bye bye. I think he's done after that.
I don't think Cody Rhodes should have been in the fucking fan
Agreed.
at all. He shouldn't
Well,
have even been there. He comes out later, which is fine. But he shouldn't have been there. If they want to use The Rock, don't put Cody out there and make them be like buddy after the whole fucking thing was like, I'm gonna beat your ass all over the
yeah,
world.
that was a misstep. I agree with you. Okay, yeah, he was just checking something on the helicopter.
I
Hey,
got
buddy.
family. Yeah, you need Lord. Oh my god.
That works.
Shitty's hat off.
Sorry, quick side note. Have you guys ever heard the Bill Burr bit where he talks about a guy who was in a helicopter tour and he jumped out?
No.
Wait, a guy who's in a helicopter when he jumped out?
Yes, there was a story that he told. I don't want to get too sidetracked because sorry, ADHD. And yeah, let's go towards the smoke. So he was saying, he goes, there's a son who inherited that looks safe. A son inherited his father's business, which was helicopter tours. They would take people up in a helicopter and they would do a tour. Because the son takes over the second day. The second day that the son takes over this like 30-year-old business, guy jumps out of a helicopter trying to kill himself.
Jesus.
There's more to the story, but I'll save it for a little bit. But anyway, back to Netflix. I think they're still gonna do Rock and Roman, but there's a lot of like questionable what the fuck kind of isms that I think fans are just like, all right, if you give us something, we can let that shit go, but give us something.
There was nothing really given with The Rock. He was purely a hype man for Netflix when he came out, which was very
fine.
strange. It was strange though,
But right, it's
because of where it
against-
goes.
Yeah, exactly. It's very like counterproductive. Like if
He's all of a sudden good friends with Cody Rhodes, drinking fucking tequila in the back, and everyone's happy. And then he's also good friends with Roman Reigns. It's like, okay, so we're just gonna give up the storyline that I think a lot of people were hyped for.
he wasn't the final boss anymore.
Fuck
He was just a
you
rock.
guys shit.
Thank you, Gorilla, for the happy birthday.
No, you know what? Fuck you. La moral is
That was
keeping
Dwayne. Yeah, it is your birthday now. Happy birthday, Heather.
Johansson.
Wrong button. Still wrong button. Okay.
There is a difference between playing with guns and
It's
fighting la
Dwayne
revolución.
Johnson.
Dwayne. I still think they're doing Rock and Roman. But
I think, I mean, if it's feasible, scheduling wise, they'd be so stupid not to do it
yeah.
while they can do it.
yeah,
The Rock doesn't have anything left in the tank, in my opinion.
Oh, God, no.
Like he can still go, but it's not next year. That might be completely gone.
I think that he does. It's him and Roman this year, and then he's done. And you can put him in the Hall of Fame.
What feels different? I need you to get the word to my patients in Savannah.
That's
That I
what
find
say else too.
myself
Ow.
trying to have them.
There was something else about it too. The matches weren't bad on Raw.
Most of the matches were actually pretty good, except for the Drew McIntyre match. I'm sorry, Jey Uso.
Separation shoe.
He does nothing for me, man. I know he's over with the fans. I haven't seen a good match by that man since he became a single star.
I actually thought it was an okay match. I think honestly,
It was so slow.
oh, it was. Oh, no doubt.
And
But
it was like a bunch of there was false finish. It was like a match that never got out of second gear. I
Yeah.
don't even know if it got into second gear. Yet it had a bunch of false finishes with finishers.
I get where you're coming from, and I'm not taking away from that because I get that. I think for me, considering the finish, I'm willing to forgive it because I know this isn't going to be their only one. That's funny. Fuck you!
I don't want to see. I don't want to see Drew McIntyre and Jey. I don't want to see Jey Uso.
Mm.
Then don't watch Raw.
It's just like when was his last actual good match?
I thought he
It's
had a couple of
just
good ones.
I don't know, man. Every match I've seen him in, I don't watch too much, so take that into account.
Right, fair enough.
But every pay-per-view match I've seen him in, bad.
Okay, that's not fair. Yeah, he's had some great matches on Raw. Actually, he had like his match with Breaker for the IC title. He had one with Ilya Dragunov this year. He's had a couple of really solid matches. But yeah, for Pete,
I think it also might be the fact that I think it just might be too many fucking Usos. I mean, too many fucking of the same people showing up. Like everybody looks the fucking same.
I understand, no kidding.
You've got like 6 people that all look very, very fucking similar, and they were all on this show.
That they're done with the bloodline shit. I'm good. They did the match with Solo. It was serviceable. We got your questionable finish with Rocky.
That was also a weird match for me.
It was weird, but I'm just glad it's over.
I feel like they went a long time with Roman and Solo, and for me, I'm like, Roman looked pretty fucking weak in that match, because I can't buy Solo as a legitimate star. Yeah, Solo pretty much had Roman was like getting his ass beat the entire fucking first 15 minutes of that match.
Yeah, it was that was a weird one too because I think that they had
for me.
I think everybody knew where it was going to go and how things were going to play out. And
Well, then it just turned into WrestleMania again, where everybody shows up, and I'm like, okay, well, it is a bloodline, but whatever.
Tribal combat. And special rules means there are no rules.
I don't know if I agree with the booking decisions that happen on this show.
Not all.
But I
of
did
them.
like the presentation. I thought it
I actually agree with
was.
every decision they did.
I don't agree with Drew McIntyre losing to Jey Uso at all.
I actually think it was a very smart move the way they did that because.
I also don't agree with CM Punk beating fucking Seth Rollins.
Oh no, I think that was definitely the right move because if Seth beats Punk, like there's
Punk
no
just
like,
beat McIntyre, didn't he?
He did.
Yes.
So he's just beating everybody.
No, there's no fucking way this is a one and done. There's no way this is a one and done. They're gonna.
I'm already wondering if I'm already waiting for them to introduce the fucking friendship bracelet.
Yeah.
Because like, where's the steam gonna come from for this one? This match was already supposed to happen. They already had a build for it, and then Seth got injured.
There's gonna be a rematch. There's no doubt there's gonna be a rematch. Seth's gonna go fucking nuts because of this. He's gonna drive him insane. It's gonna turn him even into a bigger heel. It's gonna be fuel to the fire. I don't like the fact it was clean. I would have preferred a dirty finish of some kind or some sort of shenanigans like the Kevin Owens Cody match from Saturday Night's Main Event, where like a ref bump or some shit. By the way, I love the ref shirts. By the way, I also love those too.
It fits with the aesthetic of the
sorry
show.
about the mess.
It's more modern, you know. But yeah, just shoot him. Oh, great.
He's a man of the cloth.
Yeah, he'll be a man of the ground now.
Be a man of the ground. God damn. He went to a Catholic school, right?
Oh yeah, yep. Listen, in Massachusetts, it's like a 50-50 shot. So, but oh my god, I can't remember what the fuck we were talking about now. Oh, second Punk. To me, story-wise, Seth's more obsessed with Punk than the other way around. They've made that very clear. So if Seth beats Punk, it's kind of done because Punk's kind of made it clear that like Seth's kind of beneath him, and then he doesn't think anything of him, and then he's just trying to get like, you're a pain in the ass. Let me get this out of the way.
I guess I will settle with being in the same boat as you. I'm okay. Yeah, CM Punk beats him. I have to keep reminding myself it's a fucking Raw. It's not a PLE, right?
Yeah.
But it just felt like a PLE, so I was like,
Well,
oh
of
my
course
god.
they're gonna.
But
that's-
like, it should have been. I don't think it should have been a clean victory. Then
I agree.
again, you can work off it being a clean victory, and as long as like if they put the effort into building a story where he recognizes he lost fair and square, but like either refuses to accept it or takes it so personal he tries to be better or whatever. I could get behind that.
I could very easily see a couple of different scenarios from this. The first one was, well, and hear me out, because there's been a lot of things thrown on the internet, which, by the way, again, you need to stress that, like, the fact that we don't know how things are going to go, for a most part, in terms of creative, is quite refreshing, because there's so many different paths and different things they can go. So, just saying, great to have, like, a creative renaissance in fucking pro wrestling. I saw one where they said Punk, and I think I mentioned this too, Punk wins the world title from Gunter, or whoever wins.
Did you see the Gunter promo? That was solid. I know it was like a video segment, but like the gold belt with him in black and white.
Oh,
I'm like, man, give every promo with this guy in black and white with gold belt. It just looks so good.
I got a chub from it. It was beautiful. Someone said, like, okay, and it's not a bad argument. Punk faces Gunter at the Rumble. Punk wins the world title at the Rumble. Not a fan of that, but hear me out. Seth wins the Royal Rumble. Because it's like, oh, what's the only other victory that Seth could get to avenge his loss to CM Punk is winning the Royal Rumble.
I would prefer if they're both in the Rumble and Seth eliminates CM
I was
Punk,
about to, you know what?
and there's no belt that they fight for.
There's that one too. So someone else also pitched same thing. Both of them are in the Rumble. They do a Shawn Michaels Kurt Angle situation from the Rumble in 05, where Punk would eliminate Seth in the Rumble. Seth would be absolutely irate, run back into the ring and take out Punk because it's no disqualification.
Yeah, they like you play the rivalry off the Rumble, and the next match, they might have one match between that and Mania, where
I hope not.
I would well, if they do, I would give it like a DQ finish or like a fuck finish, where maybe Seth Rollins gets the upper hand for once on CM Punk, or maybe he doesn't, and he just loses it and beats him to death with a chair. I actually would like him not to have a victory at all on CM Punk going into WrestleMania.
I'm right there with you, to be honest with you. And there's two parts of me that, like, and hear me out on this. There's two parts of me that would love to see, obviously, Punk and Seth at Mania. I think it's going to happen. It's going to be Punk and Seth at Mania again. I think, on one hand, that should be where Seth gets the victory, and rightfully so, because Punk should put over, new talent. Plus, he technically, he beat Drew, so now it's time for him to, put somebody over in terms of a long-term feud. But on top of that, part of me wants to do a Tommy Dreamer Raven thing, where Seth never beats Punk. Sure. He didn't move the first time he shot him.
That's why she shot. Oh, I thought she shot him because he didn't move in front of him.
He didn't die when I ran into him.
I don't know. Maybe I'm in the minority here. Part of me wants to do a thing where, like, maybe Seth never beats Punk, and it turns into this big thing. I don't know.Maybe I'm overthinking.
It all depends on the rest of the booking for WrestleMania. Like, I'm not saying that couldn't be the way that they book it.
Yeah.
But how much longer do you have with Punk?
You don't have
Which is where I'm gonna say, like,
maybe one more year.
You do want that payoff before you get those really bad Undertaker matches out of him.
Yeah, I think we're not there yet, but I can definitely see we're getting close.
And I also prefer, like, again, it depends on the WrestleMania card. If you have a bunch of matches that are coming to their conclusion, that can be one that doesn't. But if you don't, then that should be one that can and should come to an end. It all depends, though, on the rest of the card. I do like the fact that, and I think this is genius, and this is just my opinion, but I don't know what you guys think. The whole John Cena promo when he came out, were they just fucking taking census with the crowd?
Yep.
What do you want me to do during my farewell tour? Should I face Drew McIntyre? Not that much of a pop,
Yeah,
you know.
that's
And it's just like they're
that's
basically
exactly what they
like,
were
well,
doing.
we see what the crowd likes, and we're going to move forward accordingly.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's
They,
all it's such a genius move because you accomplish what you need to know, and you also build up
it's super direct.
yeah, but you also build up. Now you've got this. John Cena will be this unknown moving forward in the Royal Rumble. Right? Even though we're like forever, we're like, okay, well, Drew McIntyre needs to win
might
it,
win it.
and now it's like, well, what about
Yeah.
John Cena?
And that's
My only thing with John Cena winning the Rumble is his retirement tour is going for a whole year, right until next December.
Yes.
yes.
I don't think, if anything, he wins the belt right before he leaves. I don't think he wins the belt and holds the belt, or
no,
wins the belt and gets, you know.
I agree with you. I think, and this is just
Oh.
me. Damn it, a little too early. Right before the deadly spikes.
Yeah.
I think the more I think about it, and to your point, Basement, I don't think that he'll win the world title. I don't think he'll win his 17. I think that the more realistic possibility is that he could potentially win the Intercontinental Championship once, in which I pitched, have him lose it to Sheamus and complete the circle. But
I mean, I could see him win the world title just to give him
no, I don't think
that thing.
The way he's been talking,
I don't think John Cena wants it. In all honesty,
I don't think he wants it. But by God, there is of course.
But you never know. But it's such
the idea of him
it's such good storytelling.
Yeah,
because now you've got this other factor. Now you've built up interest in the Rumble beyond just this is what I've been hoping for the Rumble for so long.
You're right, you talking through burps.
Yes, he was.
This is what I've been hoping for the Rumble for so long. They use the Rumble to further different storylines, not just who's going to be the champion, but also make the who's going to win it ambiguous. You have the roster to do it, for fuck's sakes.
There's been a couple of instances in the past, not so much in more recent years, which is kind of upsetting. But I miss the days where I think TNA did this once for a tournament, but like I have seen a couple of instances in wrestling where you have a Royal Rumble or a tournament of some kind, whether it be King of the Ring or whatever, and shit spurns off of that.
That's what I mean. Like like you should be able to realistically build. Oh yeah, you got to jump from one to the other. I think, Heather.
4 or 5
While you're
angles.
sliding, you should at least or do that. Now you have to do the other one. Yeah.
There we go.
You should have to build. You should be able to build at least 4. At least the World Championship, a rivalry match, a potential mid-card contender, and another rivalry match that's low card or mid-card.
And TNA, I remember TNA did this once way back when, where like there was a couple of rivalries that spurned off of it. And then same thing, we've seen some rumbles.
How are you going up?
I don't know.
You're questioning physics at this point. Case in point, a big one, the 04 Royal Rumble is probably a great example because that developed, I think, 3 rivalries because you had the Goldberg-Lesnar rivalry because Lesnar came in and fucked Goldberg over out of the match. Undertaker and Kane, remember they actually did 4. Undertaker and Kane, where Kane came out and then Taker had his music. This is when he was coming.
I'm just picturing this in game. Not the first time I took a bunch of wood to the face.
Taker's music come out. Mick Foley came in and attacked Randy Orton to set up their WrestleMania match. And then, of course, you had He Who Shall Not Be Named win the whole thing, set up the title run. So that's actually one of my favorite Rumbles for that reason right there is because it set up like 4 WrestleMania feuds in one match.
That's really what the Rumble should be for. Not this, like, what they've used it for so long, where it's just, oh, and now it's time for the monster to come in and clear the Rumble of anybody that might have hope. And, like, you know, I'm
fine with the spot, but
Vince McMahon's era told maybe, at best, 1 storyline. At best. Maybe 2.
Is wrong.
But it's like, but that's the one good thing about newer wrestling is it's really building multiple things at once, keeping people entertained. Now I did see a lot of people, or some people on Twitter, not too happy with, oh, this is what we get. We get Triple H, bringing out the old guard, The Rock, John
Yes.
Cena, Hulk Hogan, and I'm like, Undertaker. I'm like,
I say this respectfully to anybody who's watching us, and I don't mean this in necessarily a too visceral way, but at the same time, I do. If you can't see the difference between how Vince has treated legends in the past in terms of parading them out versus Triple H, there is a vast difference in their utilization.
you know what would have happened? Undertaker would have come out and stared down fucking someone.
Yep.
Instead of just ride around the ring and leave.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And he was also like, Undertaker's retired, so American Badass is still alive. And it was a good rub for Rhea Ripley. It's not much, but it's that it was a good addition to the end of that storyline. And that, for me, this whole Raw bring to a close the one storyline that needed to come to a close.
Oh my god, yes.
And it was that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah. But this is also like the worry I have with Triple H, where it's like, I don't want to get to the point where moving on too long is a common theme, because it is becoming that way. I don't think Triple H is without blame in some of these things. It is better, don't get me wrong, but there's always room for improvement. And when I look at like some of these feuds, man, it's like, fucking Christ, like Finn Balor versus Damian Priest, this should have been a year ago.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
I know it's hard to like, it's a bit easier for them to book when they take things slow, but not everything needs to be at a glacial pace.
Glaciers.
So I mean, there's one thing where like people do like just fucking jerking off Triple H, but I mean, there is still faults
My hands are
in
hurt,
his
right?
booking. There's still faults in his booking and his way of doing things, and it just comes down to the fact that there's so many things, and everything goes on too long that I never feel fully satisfied when it fucking concludes, because I'm not bored of it, but I'm getting close.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be able to even
There's more
be.
of these.
If anything, I should want
Track them
more
down.
when a feud comes to an end. Therefore, it can be reignited.
I'm willing to forgive those transgressions. I'm not saying they don't exist. Like I fully get where you're coming from, and for the
That's
most
how it
part agree. For the most part, agree with you. But I guess I'm willing to forgive it or a little bit more, give it more time, because it's like even the worst of this is better than what we had before.
So the only reason I am not in your boat of giving it more time is it's the exact same thing he did with NXT.
NXT. No,
So
I agree with
it's
that.
not like I've only seen it for 2 years. I've seen it for 6 years, and if it's gonna or more, and if it's gonna continue that way, then
That was a knife.
Yeah.
that was very
That's how
very very
physics
nice
work.
landing
Yeah,
there.
I was gonna say
Nobody died in that one.
10 out of 10.
Okay.
So we'll see. But anybody that's gonna say that the oh, I thought you were just killing yourself. Anybody that's gonna say that the Netflix Raw was bad, it's a come on. That's a hard
No.
It's a
It
hard
was not-
sell for me.
It was
It
not
is.
bad. It was very middle of the road.
But
It
like
was-
it's also
was-
like when it comes down to it, this is the tail of the tape now. I
Yeah.
need Triple H to fucking wow me.
Find
I
that
need
new gear and
something.
move with it.
Give me something that is. Give me something that's the best wrestling show I've seen in the last fucking 10 years. Give me that.
Oh. Did
You have the capability.
Yeah. Okay.
They got the roster. They got the storylines.
Yeah.
What is holding them back?
I don't know. Let's find out.
This WrestleMania, I'm hoping, is that
Me
one.
too. Yeah, me too.
But again, if
Um,
this WrestleMania is like last WrestleMania and the WrestleMania before it, that might be the moment where I'm starting to sour. If
I
it's
agree.
if it doesn't need to blow me away, but it has to be better than average.
I will say that for me, there's enough variety and intrigue and care for most, not all, most of the things they're putting into that I'm willing. I'm sticking to my guns and watching all the way through at least until Mania. It's what's after Mania.
I'm telling you, if this Mania, this Mania has everything going for it to be, in my opinion, an 8 out of 10 WrestleMania. If it's a 7.5, that ain't bad. But if it's a fucking 6.5 or 6, like everything Triple H has done so far for me has been like 6.5 on average, which isn't bad. But it's just like, come on, man. Where is that extra oomph?
I'm curious how much. Yeah, I was going to say it with WrestleMania season coming up. I am curious how much of that's going to be a factor in terms of his oomph. Because
I am okay with watching fucking 3 6.5 pay-per-views if it means I get an 8.5 WrestleMania. Yeah. That is perfectly fine for me. That actually makes sense.
Yeah.
Because then you're storytelling to blow off something.
Nice horsey. By the way, I don't know if you've heard Riyadh is getting the Rumble next year.
I don't like this already.
Yeah, Alright, you're on fire. That's rude.
And it's okay, so I do have to clarify it. It's not that I don't want Riyadh to get fucking wrestling events.
I do.
But they do have a wrestling event, and it's already they've already and it's a yearly wrestling event. Keep in mind, it's the only fucking place that gets a yearly wrestling event outside of America.
I think someone finally tipped off the Saudi government to the creative that WWE was using with their shows, where it's like, what do you mean none of it mattered?
But it's frustrating for me because now you're taking one of the big four and you're making it less accessible to the majority of your audience. Because this show is going to take place at midday or whatever the fuck. And who the fuck's gonna be watching it? I think it's too soon for them to do it, and I think it's all in line with like the idea they have for streaming wrestling, where it's like it's not about when you watch it, it's about that you watch it.
Actually, you pretty much took the words right out of Triple H's mouth.
Yeah, but I don't think you should do it with the Big Four. I wouldn't have done it with the Big Four for a couple years. I wouldn't have done more shows in Saudi Arabia except for the one they have.
Like I said, I have a weird thing.
The crowd doesn't do it for me. The entire front row is Saudi princes, and they react to nothing.
Yeah.
And it takes place in the middle of the day. So, especially the Royal Rumble, for fuck's sakes, that's where like surprises are supposed to happen. People coming out. So, unless I'm watching it at midday, I will know everybody that enters the Royal Rumble.
Punk, I think Punk said he's not going to be on the card. Like he refuses.
It's the worst fucking pay-per-view in Saudi Arabia. Think about it.
No, I say WrestleMania is the worst one.
Well, yeah. Okay, excluding WrestleMania. Other than that, like, fucking hell, man. It's like, oh my god, you'll never guess who came out. I know already, Twitter is gonna be like, oh my god, you never guess who came out at WrestleMania. Like, by the time I'm ready to watch the Royal Rumble, I won't need to. It's the same thing that happened with fucking Deadpool and Wolverine for me. By the time I can watch it, I'll already know exactly what happened in every fucking step of the way. So why would I watch it? I think they're shooting themselves in the foot with this one. I think they're shooting themselves in the foot, man. That's just my personal belief. What do you think?
I'm torn. I'm not like thrilled. I'll put it that way. I'm not like, oh man, so happy that the Royal Rumble is in Saudi Arabia. Kind of like you, where it's like, of all the pay-per-views, why'd you have to give them this one? Like, give them TLC, give them fucking
Survivor Series.
Yeah, I was just thinking that, like, too, like
anything that's not based on surprises.
Alejandro.
Not just surprises, but literally the start to WrestleMania season.
It's there's multiple things, man.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a pay-per-view that, because it's overseas, anything that is surprise based, and the Royal Rumble is a match based on surprises. Who's gonna win to challenge the world champion? Who's gonna be coming back? Who's gonna show up? Why would you do that at a time where none of us on this side of the world could watch it?
So the only thing I can guess, and this is maybe me thinking too much into it too. There you go, that's what purchase it for. So the only thing I can guess is that this is a field test for WWE doing international PLEs.
Why would you use the Royal Rumble? Why?
I'm not saying it's a wise decision, gentlemen. There you go.
It's not like
See what
that,
I did to the
family.
horse? Something great. 2 hooves of the. Yeah.
Where's my papa?
That's my.
Well,
Here's some
your
glue
entire
Elmer.
family over.
Here's some glue, Elmer. I think that this is a field test for them. And now I don't know what it takes in terms of production-wise, or what the difference would be versus a regular Raw or SmackDown or whatever the case may be. But as far as like maybe for the new media rights deals, I think this is a test run for them in terms of running international PLEs.
That's fine. Do it. They've already been doing it with the unknown PLEs.
But back to Netflix in general though, the aesthetics of the show, fucking top notch. I felt like I was watching a UFC NFL game.
You know what was crazy, and I've never seen this before? When The Rock came out, I could see the goosebumps on his skin.
Oh yeah, I did too.
The first
And
time
I'm
he
like,
came back,
damn.
Yeah, that production value is fucking top notch.
I think it's a great pairing for them with Netflix. I mean, no matter if you like the show or not, you can't say it's not a step in the right direction.
Oh,
I think the Saudi Royal Rumble is a step in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
I think that like a lot of people are like, oh, what's the big deal? It's on a streaming platform. There's two big reasons why this is such a big fucking deal. The first is that it kind of somewhat lifts them a lot of restrictions from a creative standpoint in terms of the production of the show. So like they're not bound as much by like cable or network television standards per se, which is really fucking fun. And 2, it's the global reach. It's being able to be like, hey, if I went to fucking China and I was staying over in China for a week, I could watch Raw live as it happens, just like everybody else.
Or
Also,
you can watch the immediate replay right after if you have to work.
Yeah, and that's a huge difference because a lot of people will watch it on cable and be like, well, I gotta wait until 1 a.m. for Raw to start, or whatever the fuck like the replay was.
The replay for Raw was actually a month.
No, it used to come on cable TV at 1 a.m. here or something. Like it used to come on like in the morning as a replay over here. But no, it's good to have it like accessible. It's just more accessible. And it's going to hit a lot of people that don't have cable television. You would be surprised the amount of people that don't have cable TV.
Yes.
I don't anymore. By the way, Basement, do you know if SmackDown's going to be on Netflix for you guys up there?
I don't think so. I haven't heard anything.
I did see that you can use a VPN to watch.
Come on.
Yeah, it's
worldwide.
Funeral.
So do you remember me talking about this with you, Basement, a couple months ago?
Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't know what SmackDown's on normally here. So
That's a good move.
Alejandro.
I'd have to check, and then I can try out your thing, the VPN thing.
So for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, Raw is going to be on Netflix just in the United States only. It'll be on obviously SmackDown. It'll be on USA Network. And then NXT is on CW. However, internationally, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and PLEs are all going to be through Netflix, which is fucking awesome. So I wanted to ask Basement since he's, not American, what he was experiencing. So yeah, if you know, you'll know on Friday. You'll know is SmackDown's not like listed as a show on your Netflix, Basement?
I haven't really looked into it, but all I saw when I uploaded up Netflix is the promotional material for Raw being on Netflix. So if we can find a place in the world where it is, I can try the VPN and see how it works.
Yeah.
The only thing with the VPN that I've noticed is it kind of wreaks havoc on everything else you have going on your computer.
A little bit, yeah.
So I think what I'll do is I'll actually use my phone instead of my computer to try
Yeah.
it, because I know when I put like a VPN on the VPN on my computer, my fucking Google Chrome goes wild, and it's like fucking no, it's like the worst thing to fix. So I'll try it on my phone, and if I can see that it works, then that'd be kind of cool. What's up,
So, you
Jurgen?
want to join the fun? Think your bird is
This is
And man's got a big cock.
this is not what I was. What's up, Jurgen? This is the flyer was a little misleading.
Look at my cock.
That last one.
Close.
Shoot.
You gotta. Where's the blood?
fucking kidding me?
Where? Hi, you place this Mortal Kombat. Go with the biggest, blackest cock you can see.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Actually,
that one is okay. That would go back. That's Ryu. It's Ryu and Ken
yeah.
in the middle. Oh my god, that is awesome.
Oh, that's fucking great.
Are there other Street Fighters? Do you think
There might be.
you're going with El Rebelde?
I mean, El Rato is the one that was all torn up already. So we'll go with him.
How dare you not go with it? Right?
Papacito, no less.
How dare you not go with?
And in this corner, one of the most incredible competitors this arena has ever seen, with spurs the size of machetes.
Get ready to face a jump.
Round one, fight!
Here we go.
Are you the bird?
Yes.
Oh my god, this is great.
Game within a game.
Up, up, down, down.
Oh, the other thing I was gonna say was in terms of like
fucked up.
WWE has also been very. I think I've said this in the last one I was given. They've been very aggressive with their social media presence in terms of, like you said, accessibility. I resubscribed to the WWE
goddamn.
YouTube channel. Fucking hell. And it was quite amazing how quick they had clips from Raw up
Yes.
after it was aired.
Yeah, they're
Like,
focusing on accessibility, and it's honestly something that so
Yes.
many fucking companies don't take into account how
Yeah.
important it is. Because if people can't get what they want when they want, they're not gonna fucking sit around and wait. By the time they
Oh,
are,
God.
by the time they
Damn
think
you,
about it again,
Papacito.
it's way too late. Like,
Ah, goddamn. I was so close that time.
Oh, shit.
like if you're in the mood to watch something, and it's not available until like 5 hours or a month later or a week later, you're gonna be like, well, guess that's gone.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't know if this is just me, but
Look at this guy with his pink shirt.
the Intuit, thank God. The Intuit Dome visually looked
I'll do
cool.
one more and I'll
I don't
use
know.
Ryu.
I don't know if it was the stadium or this or the Raw Netflix deal specifically. The red dots where the people were in the stands, I think, was a bad idea.
I
It
don't
was
know.
the lights on the chairs, so it's not them. That's what the stadium built.
Yeah, okay. It doesn't.
Oh, okay.
I don't like it because it looks empty.
It does.
Yeah, okay. For a while there, I was like, are these just lights out there, or are they like lights to indicate empty seats?
Yeah, I was like that. It didn't look good. It didn't translate.
Like, if
well.
any stadium builds lights to indicate empty seats, they are dumb as fuck.
They are.
Well, that's the dome. That's the stadium, like Heather said. But yeah, it did look good. The drone shots were fucking awesome.
Yes,
Those are
they
cool.
were.
Yeah,
Ryu won
Do more of
one.
that, please.
Can't believe you won.
Round two, fight!
Do more of the drone shots, please.
The one thing I'm excited more than anything, I think, it's you don't have to worry about time constraints with Netflix. So you know,
And
if you have a
considering they
match
went
that needs
exactly
more
3
time,
hours,
or you have you know, that Kevin Owens thing
Yeah.
after the show that should have been showcased on the show. Oh my fucking god, he ate your ass out.
Oh, come on, come on.
fuck.
Fucking
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
God, that was close.
What that turkey.
Top of the pecking order.
Pecking order.
Fucking
Yeah,
kid.
welcome to the stream, Alpha.
Yeah, perfect time to come back.
I'm curious how things are going to look visually, like on a regular basis, because obviously this first Raw they're going to put like their best foot forward kind of deal. And I'm curious,
I
like,
mean, I don't think they overshot what it's usually going to look
No,
like, to be honest.
no, I don't think
Maybe
so.
not so much of the pomp and circumstances, like, I
Right.
mean, obviously, of the people showing up, but also maybe, like, they're not going to do the drone shots, or, like, you know, the drones shaping fucking John Cena up in the sky.
Yeah.
By the way, I also like
Doesn't need this shit. Go buy
the
some shit.
seats above the entranceway.
Well, the one thing I've got to say is, at first I didn't like this because it looked like a huge downgrade. But in my mind, if it's a downgrade so that the stadium and sets for the pay-per-views can look special, I'll be for it. But if the PLEs come out, no, I'm not talking about Royal Rumble because it's usually nobody cares about the set.
Yeah.
But if, like, you know, you get WrestleMania, it doesn't have one of those grandiose sets, I think it's a misstep big time.
Right.
I think WrestleMania will. I don't know.
But I think WrestleMania, I think SummerSlam, Survivor Series, and if it's like a themed, like back in the day, remember they did, was it Judgment Day or the one that had like it was basically like things that looked like meat hooks.
Yeah.
Kind of swinging back and forth. Yeah, backlash. Like that kind of stuff. It's not even that much work, really, because it's just fucking rebar or steel bars welded together.
I'm trying to remember the other ones. There was like I know what you're talking about. Like
you don't have to do much, but just make things look. If it was PLE, make it look a bit like, make it look like people put care into the appearance. You just if it starts to look like Raw and SmackDown, people start thinking it is Raw and SmackDown.
SummerSlam was probably my favorite with the green and red, the green and blue S logo, which is still my favorite one.
I really think if they move away from making like personalized entrance ramps for certain pay-per-views, it's a big misstep for me. It's presentation. And presentation, like if you're gonna present everything like a Raw, everything will be thought of like a Raw. You don't want to go down that path.
And to Basement's point, you don't have to go crazy with it.
No, you don't. Even like a fucking it's SummerSlam. Put out some fucking sand and
Don't tell me you don't
palm
have the money
tree.
for it. I've seen the upgrades you made to the fucking announce tables.
For fuck's sakes.
Hope that piece of shit rests in peace or whatever. But the job's not done. Those
He insulted and respected them in the same sentence.
They're tearing shit up all over
That's good,
there. Those things are not natural. I'm scared. Don't tell anyone. I got a friend who lives around there, and he bailed on me yesterday. He never misses dominoes. I get worried, you know? We gotta clean up this mess, mommy. And hey, see if you can bring me one of their little eggs.
I am not Rhea Ripley. Why'd you call me Bobby?
It is good that she won. It is good that the whole fucking Dominic Mysterio thing kind of
got
with her
closure,
kind of
and that's finally
finished
done,
up.
and she can finally move on to what's more important to further her career.
It is I think for me, like, the Undertaker spot is perfect. Comes out, rides around, looks back at the camera with her, and rides away.
Not wanking off, yeah.
Yeah, it's you know, I'm gonna grease those palms and not overstay my welcome.
Yeah.
And not get involved in anything, for fuck's sake.
Exactly.
Which is a great way to use a legend. But it was a very legend-heavy show.
Makes sense.
Not in a bad way, in honesty, because, oh my god, yes!
And his name is Chorizo.
He's a paralyzed dog. Oh, okay, not that paralyzed.
Fetch quest.
Whoa, where are you going?
Shoot
You
him!
want me to... Okay, I'll follow.
Make him full paralyzed.
No, yeah. Send him the cloud.
And you said it in a much nicer
How you
way.
got there? That for me?
Oh, are you digging in the ground, Chorizo?
Careful, don't want to get a rock in your wheel. Oh, look at this.
Nice.
The bullet. I'm going to shoot you with.
Oh, we're going to the vet for euthanasia. Look him go.
What now, Teresa?
Another present?
He's digging up gifts for you, man.
I
Dog is
know.
awesome.
It's a dead squirrel.
It's just more of his shit that he buried earlier.
Duck meat? Yeah, there we go.
Wait, how does he poop?
He just poops.
But he's in a fucking wheelchair.
He puts the emergency brake on.
His butt is in a can.
Stashes all over the place.
Yeah, he puts the emergency brake on.
Yeah.
Shoot him.
How does he
There
have
is heat.
little? How does he have little treasure chests everywhere?
I don't know. It makes zero sense. I've only brought him one piece of gator meat to get this, too.
He glitches and wheels right into the fire.
Looks like we're having cooked chorizo tonight.
Yeah, wiener dog.
Coño. You've really been holding out on us, huh? Mierda. You're really spoiling me here.
Gunpowder. Cool.
One gun.
Hey, I'm not stealing. The dogs had wheels that. Alright, I'll go to jail.
The dog's doing it for me.
Yeah.
Does Philly know about all this? What am I saying? He probably helped you steal this shit.
Here I am talking to a dog.
Gracias, Chorizo. I think this is the beginning
Alright,
of
now
a
shoot.
beautiful friendship.
Punt him off the cliff.
Do it.
I just...
Do it.
Oh god, he's my...
Off he goes. He's yours now.
He is. He's my pet now.
There you go.
Alright.
You can hear him
well,
coming from a mile away.
Feed him to the gator.
At least fucking get rid of that squeaky wheel.
I don't know if I can. That's the problem. Where'd
Stealth
you go?
mission.
Oh, there you are.
By that I mean shoot him.
Oh, wait. Alright, there's a lot there. There's a bunch I can do here. Amigo. Guapo!
Oh god, you found a multicolored crocodile.
Few.
And there's
Shun.
Chorizo.
Chorizo's got a fucking tool belt. This dog is awesome.
With a little toy
He's got a-
snake in
He's got a flask.
it.
What?
Chorizo, what have you been telling us? Where are the rest of his
What? Where's the rest of his work?
legs tied up back there?
Yeah.
They are... Yeah. Back there. In
Oh,
here.
it's a little bag that they're in.
Yeah.
Nah, so he shits on his legs?
Yeah.
Most of the time they put diapers on them in those situations. I called the ride. Come on now. Call. I gotta be out of the town first.
Yeah,
Alright.
called midway.
This is the only part that pisses me off with this game.
That's right.
There you
Just
are.
runs over a chorizo. Ride's here.
That was quick.
Where are you coming?
Yeah, I don't know.
Down
When it
over
comes
here,
down
yeah.
to it, I'm intrigued. I like the idea that I can watch wrestling on Netflix. Honestly, it was like that thing where I'm like, I'm gonna watch this. Oh, you got in the back seat.
It's a win across the board, I think, for everybody involved, because I think Netflix gets original live content on a weekly basis and then some, which is something they've been looking to dive into market-wise. It's fucking
It's-
WWE's
it actually-
media rights deal to date, which
it-
fucking crazy.
It's the one thing that their formula badly needed, because Netflix would come out and be like, here's your whole TV show at once.
Yeah.
And most people would be like, okay, I'm going to watch it all in a day, and then I'm going to walk away. So now you get something that people will keep the membership for, you know?
Yeah.
And that was the biggest problem with streaming platforms, is people would get them, keep them for a couple months, and leave them, and then come back next year when the shows they liked came back on television.
Yeah. And especially if they were doing the free promos for new emails signed up.
I think that's true, yeah, I agree about that too.
Well, that's what I've been doing for most streaming platforms. I left them and came back. Came back to Netflix recently. I hadn't had it for almost a year.
Actually, same. Ow.
I came back to Netflix to watch Arcane.
Yes.
And then I'm just going to keep it because it's a cheaper option than WWE Network.
I may have
It is,
rewatched
yes.
it. I may have rewatched it recently, and man, the visuals are
So
Especially in season 2, some of the trippier shit is just like, oof.
oh yeah, when their like faces are exploding when they touch
Yeah.
that thing.
Yeah.
You know. None of those. Yeah, it's a win across the board for everybody, in my opinion. I mean, fucking, what was it, $5 billion deal? I mean, Jesus Christ. But when I was watching the show, it felt like NFL. It felt like UFC. It felt big.
Oh my god! What did you hit him with?
The
My
car.
car.
Christine is
That one moved.
fickle
It's a
bitch.
tank.
That is a tank. Oh my god. Christine, and you're gonna burn alive in a car. Yeah, there you go. Roxanne.
You didn't have your
What happened to
seatbelt on.
chorizo?
He's outside the
Isn't
car,
that-
running alongside it.
Now he's a churro.
Good to see you, Danny.
Oh my fucking god! It put me all the way back here.
Oh, no. Yeah,
That was
huge
okay.
deal for WWE. I'm hopeful for the future now.
I am too. I'm actually like for
Nick Khan's
once-
got a gold dick because he fucking he has made this company so much money.
Let's grab a
But
ride.
it's not. The thing is, it's not rocket science.
I know.
Like, I can't believe sometimes.
It was
when,
Vince's
like,
stubbornism.
no, but I honestly feel like
Take good care of her, mijita.
if any of us, for the most part, got into a position where you could make any decisions, obviously we wouldn't be probably as good as Nick Khan has been in
there
it
he goes.
for.
He
Eh,
did
how was that possible? We probably wouldn't be as good, but we wouldn't make like. We wouldn't be as bad as some of these fucking decisions that are being made. And I can confidently say I could make AEW a better product than Tony Khan.
Agreed. I think we
Yeah,
all could.
I think all of us could.
And it would be because I wouldn't go into it with no humility and not being humble. I would surround myself with people that know the business.
Yep.
And I would, have people that know the business and have creative ideas. And they don't need $1 bajillion. Don't be people that are in the fucking wrestling community that are fucking biting at it to be like, give me a chance. So, like,
That guy went
oh
fucking
god,
off.
that, wait, what was that, a sack of
You
potatoes?
good? You good?
His owner, isn't it?
Take this shit out. Oh, please get hit by the car. Not yours, but alright, I'll take it.
There you go. He just
Um,
did it. I feel like there's a very cost-efficient way to do it, but you need to be. You need to have money because you need to have. Like, if I was in Tony Khan's position, I think I could do a better job. Is all I'm saying.
One of my favorite what if scenarios in wrestling that, like, oh man, imagine if this actually happened, that I genuinely would have been very curious to see, was Paul Heyman almost went to TNA. He almost got hired by TNA right before Hogan did, in I think 07 or 08, maybe even 09. It might have been 09. And he was offered to come in as the executive producer. You're fine. Walk it off.
Run, chorizo. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, it's on fire. That was great. So let me okay. So I know I said I would be better than at the business than Tony Khan. I'm not going to say that. What I'm going to say.
I am.
No, I think like I would
Well, I mean,
know.
I'm-
I think I would be able to understand where my strengths are, and not
But to your
fucking
point,
try to do everything by myself.
But by virtue, just by instantly already acknowledging the fact of like, oh, I'm going to surround myself with people who know the business.
Yeah, like
You already-
think is, well, my take on it is I wouldn't just replace Tony Khan and be like, well, now I'm the guy. I'm going to make all the decisions. That idea gone immediately. There's no one guy that makes all the decisions.
Well,
I'd like to have like
yeah.
say in things, but at the same time, you need people that know the business. You need people that know business, not just the business.
Right.
So yeah, I guess by virtue of me saying that, I probably would do a better job than him.
Yeah, see, there you go. Because I think, what was it? Bill Shaw was the one who eventually hired Eric Bischoff. All right, here we go. The WCW. And Bill Shaw was originally, like, he was given the power of the company. And I can't remember, I think it was actually Kevin Sullivan who said it in the WCW documentary. He's like, Shaw was a smart enough man to know he wasn't smart enough for the wrestling business. And so he outsourced that. So he's smart
But
enough to know
but
where
I
his
don't think
strengths and
there's
weaknesses
no
are.
not there's no one head honcho that's gonna get everything right. Triple H isn't the head honcho getting everything. He just has a really good team, and he knows what he knows about the business.
I mean,
He's
his
very
team is
knowledgeable.
pretty fucking,
Like,
pretty damn
that's
good.
what it is. Any company you ever look at, it's like, oh, Steve Jobs, the Apple guy that made Apple everything, and it's like, man, he fucking did like 1% of the work. He was the face of the company.
But
The
I think
brains
a
of the
big,
company was everybody. Oh, you almost killed Drew.
I almost did.
a big plus of his is kind of that same thing where like Heyman actually did an interview and they asked like how is it working for Triple H, and he's like, I've never met someone in this industry who has like as little of an ego in terms of like a collaborative effort for the sake of the business. Like he's willing to listen to any and all ideas, filter them necessarily, and even be like he's never like, who are you to tell me about I know the business.
It's so weird because Vince McMahon basically surrounded himself with most of the right people, and then didn't listen to them.
Yeah.
I don't think that would be Tony Khan. It's just that idea of like, it's just mine. I own this. Tony Khan is. I can already tell.
He's a super
He's
fan.
not a. He's not a boss. He's not a boss that anybody would respect. I don't think he could actually run any business.
He's the worst qualities of Bischoff, basically.
No, I just don't think he has what it takes to manage people.
He doesn't.
Because he's too timid. He doesn't want to hurt people's feelings. He always wants to be like this and that. Everything to me seems like he's scared of doing the job he's appointed himself. He wants to be everyone's friend, and he can't. It's just not possible. Like, you have a little ornament of chorizo.
Make sure you set it on fire so it's realistic.
Yeah, I think a lot of people could do a better job than him.
I know it's like a kind of a joke, but I'm also dead serious. Like Tony Khan, give me Ring of Honor for the love of Christ.
Just allow people that want to help you to help you. Stop. It's so weird because it was supposed to be like, this is wrestling for wrestling fans. Yet like
it is. But in all the wrong way. It's the monkey's
wrestling.
paw.
It's wrestling for wrestling fan. Tony Khan.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
Alpha
a super fan.
Alpha said in the chat, speaking of AEW, I was wondering what changed you guys' mind about MJF, because I know you guys used to say he was pretty good and enjoyed him, so I'm wondering what changed.
So Alpha, I have not really changed my mind. The one thing that changed my mind, I guess, is he didn't leave AEW. The idea of signing a, what was it, like 4-year contract or something?
I have no idea.
I think Chorizo's dead.
I think it sounds right.
He came back and he re-signed with AEW. At his age, at his star level, all I get is Kenny Omega vibes.
This looks safe.
Of signing with the wrong company for a longer period than you need to be with them. It's like, where's he gonna go from here?
He should have jumped. I 1000% agree with you on that one. He should have jumped ship.
Yeah.
Bear with me because I'm obviously it's a little cloudy up in this Massachusetts. So hopefully this makes sense.
The fuck is that?
That is a juiced up rooster.
A juiced up what?
Rooster.
A juicer? We're talking about MJF, right?
Oh, all these feathers.
Too good.
You said it was. No, you said. I don't know why I'm sounding like Larry David. For some reason. Well, yeah, shoot that's. So, to me, MJF should have jumped. I think that
You're coming with me, Chicky.
he's a
I better smash the
great
rest of these eggs.
talent. He is a great talent. He is somebody that you could legitimately hook hit your wagon to and make him the focal point of your company 1000%. I
You
think
have to break them, Heather. You have to destroy them.
they pushed him too fast.
Didn't I say I should destroy the rest of these eggs?
So
I agree with you.
So I think I think that's the big. It's like the bloom is off the rose now. It's like, all right, he's won the world title at AEW. What the fuck's left?
Exactly. Why are you resigning there?
Yeah.
Like I just don't get it. Even if you're the face of AEW, they are okay. For me personally, when they put the title on him, and the way they treated the title at that point, would be enough for me to quit. Not only did they devalue me as one of their top stars, they devalued the title they gave me. I don't understand why you would stay. And it I honestly, the only thing I can think of is the money was probably better in AEW than what WWE is willing to pay. Because WWE doesn't need MJF.
Yeah, it's either that they were giving him better money, or they gave him the better schedule so he could do the movies that he wants to do.
I'd also say MJF might not be able to adhere to a stricter wellness policy.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, that man is not. He's definitely not natural.
He's going to WWE. It's not a matter of if; it's a matter of when. There's no doubt in my mind. Same with Ricky Starks. The second they're free, they're going, or maybe even sooner. Who knows? But they're.
Well, I think Alpha also. You're confusing us with JP. JP doesn't like MJF. I don't know if he ever really like. Yeah, I mean, I'm not like an MJF fanboy, but I can see the potential.
You see this?
Some hot coffee.
Hot wings.
What am I stuck on?
I can see the potential in MJF as a top heel.
Yeah.
But I also see the potential in MJF as being a guy that has a very tough time breaking into the main event picture in WWE.
Yeah. Really?
I don't think he's a very good wrestler.
He's not even a very good promo anymore.
Well, he's a one-note promo. My worry with him is it the Sasha Banks effect?
Oh god, yeah.
Where it's like, I have to be this character, or else. Think about it. We've not seen MJF play any other character than basically Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's good. Don't get me wrong. It's just like do you see him? Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, even Cody Rhodes. Do you see Cody Rhodes good? At most, I'd see him Cody Rhodes good.
Step down, maybe. And I don't mean that like way back, but like a hair underneath it. A hair underneath them. In terms of his
I mean, you know what? Like I see like potential to be Cody Rhodes good. But for me, Cody Rhodes isn't a main event guy either. So.
Great point. So I what was your point again?
My point is I don't see MJF as he's a great. I'd love to have him on a roster.
Yeah.
But it would be hard for him to be the guy or even one of the guys. He could be a guy like Kevin Owens, maybe.
I could see him be. Well,
you know, he's up there. He never really wins, or he very rarely wins.
Kind of like Ziggler was for a while.
He's better than Ziggler. I think there's more potential than Ziggler.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like
I could win a world championship, but I wouldn't.
I think MJF could be like Triple H of the Attitude Era in the sense of like being the top heel.
That is
despised.
The best case scenario, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
And that was if the stars aligned, he'd be Triple H.
Well, in terms of his position, yes.
No, I'm talking about like wrestling wise.
Oh,
as
yeah,
a wrestling persona. As a wrestling persona.
That's what I was gonna say.
If the stars aligned, yeah.
So with his wrestling, I think he's the type of person or type of wrestler, and this is just my opinion. He's not going to give you a 5-star match every single effing time, as most people usually.
I don't think he's ever going to give me a 5-star match.
I think it depends on who he's in the ring with, to be honest with you. I think
he's not good enough to give me a 5-star match.
What himself?
Well, I mean, I think AJ Styles give me a 5-star match by himself.
That,
Hey Elvis.
that's a little
Hope you're
unfair comparison.
safe and sound.
But yeah, no, I
Your
mean,
friend.
I think
Different
MJF can be good.
MJF is
Using it.
an
You sound
upgraded
heartbroken.
Miz.
What's the deal with this egg, Elvis?
Like a good upgrade to the Miz.
There you go. Put him as
Yeah.
a tag team.
No.
Ms. JF.
MJF is the guy, like, Gunther's belt, that title?
Yeah.
Sure. I can
Yeah.
easily see him holding it. That's great. But I don't think face of the company, I don't think Triple H returning from injury with fucking 8,000 layers of jean jackets on. I don't see that
Real
in
quick,
MJF.
Alpha said in comparison to our comments, he goes, "That's fair, though. I remember that promo he cut a year back or so when I think it was Tony Khan. He called a fucking mark. So you'd think he'd leave, but I guess he's another one of those assholes who just refuses to go to WWE or something. But I'm wrong, whatever. I can see that though. If MJF was in WWE, he could be maybe Sami Zayn level good. That's about it. I actually kind of agree with you on that one. Even
Yeah,
though
and that's, Sami
Yeah.
Zayn is the guy that I could see being a champion for a little bit, like not world champ, not like the top champion, but like the
Sami Zayn
secondary
comparison,
championship
yeah,
belt.
though. Yes, that Sami Zayn comparison I think is
Though
extreme.
Sami Zayn is a better in-ring wrestler, and MJF is a better promo than Sami Zayn,
Yes.
but just by a bit.
Right.
I actually think I'd rather have Sami Zayn on my roster than MJF. Way more versatile. Sami Zayn can be heel and he can be babyface.
Can't sleep.
Yeah, he can't be
I
heel or
close my eyes and
babyface.
all I see is
I don't
Jose
think
and
as
every
good as
little
MJF
pig
can be
from their
heel.
church.
Agreed.
I want those motherfuckers dead. You know I
All
made
right.
eye contact
You want
with
those
one of them.
motherfuckers dead, Heather? On your
Yeah,
birthday?
apparently.
Are you starting a new mission or are you pausing here?
I'm going to accept it, but I'm
soldiers
gonna
who joined
pause it
us.
here because it'll
The three
also
lieutenants are all
autosave for me in
partying
this
at a
location.
hotel.
Thank God for
Singal.
autosave.
I got my hands full with these recruits.
I got
like
my
my
hands full.
So I want you to
Doesn't
kill
sound
those lieutenants,
Mexican.
Danny. Kill them
Yeah, I
all.
think HGGM
And
mode
make
is going to
sure
be taking a
Jose
break
gets
this
the
week, folks.
How dare you?
This is what I get for fucking cleaning
No,
my
it's completely fine.
computer
care.
area.
It is.
Can always do something else. I can also look at that Rabbids game. 'Cause that's kind of like fun. But tomorrow we're playing D&D.
We are playing D&D tomorrow, so
Bringing it back.
Gracias, Danny. Gracias. Good luck.
I gotta find a mask, and I think I know the one.
Yep.
yeah.
Gonna go full green face.
Oh god, I'll probably get.
I don't see why not.
Come on, you
Another
missed the
machine
game up.
gun.
We'll
Okay.
have to see.
But yeah, we'll see what goes on tomorrow with these guys, and we'll continue on our trudge through Waterdeep, the Under Mountain. So we'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a good night.
Peace out, y'all.